Greetings from the Croatian coast again. Interesting thing I observed today, and that was that there's a lot of funny emotions going around, and a lot of people struggling to deal with stuff in their heads. You can see that it's almost like the cogs turning in their head as they're having these sort of semi-banal day-to-day conversations, but everything seems to have a meaning behind it, and so it was bugging my brain, but I decided to look it up there again, something I'd heard a while ago, which is the stages of grief, which is, if I recall, denial, then there's some sort of anger, then you have a type of bargaining, you have sadness or depression, and then it comes to some sort of acceptance at the end. And I don't know if anybody's made that connection, but there seems to be a weird parallel with that going on at the moment. Now, of course, if people lose people, then we're talking about real grief. But there's a strange feeling we're losing something we're very comfortable with. I think perhaps intrinsically people know that there may be better days on the far side of this. It's still a long way to go, and I think people are, of course, pretty worried. But and there was certainly a bit of denial, certainly a lot of denial right at the start, and there's a bit of anger. You sometimes see frustrated people, and maybe that'll pop out later when some of our freedoms are really curtailed to try to keep control of what's going on. But I also think if there is an anger, it's an anger at ourselves as humanity, that this is probably unsurprising that we've got to this point. So is there a type of bargaining? I think there is. I think all of us are sort of saying, "Oh, geez, could we have gone back a year or two and been a bit more respectful?" It's not like we haven't known that we're doing damage to the planet. It's not like we don't know that and what happened in Wuhan and taking animals from all different corners of the world. This is only just one tiny example of what's going on. There's parts of the Croatian coast like this that are having beaches built on them, and there's a whole natural ecosystem that gets damaged in that process. So I don't think any of us can be under any illusion that the way we live as human beings generally is not productive to the well-being of the planet, and we're entirely required to be supported on the planet. So we're not that smart. Nature is clearly a smarter being. Something, maybe just a thought that with these strong emotions that are around, and I wonder if this is something similar to the stages of grief, that we go through, that we're losing something, but maybe underneath it, what we're losing might not be so bad, but it's a little bit of a shock when it comes first and you're told it's not going to be this way, it's going to be different now. You're not going to have the things, or you may have the things that you had in the past, but if you're going to have them, you can't do it without knowing what the cost is to the planet. So, we'll leave those thoughts with you. I hope everybody is still going as well as they can. We wish you well. We wish you courage and health, and look after yourself. Stay calm, stay well.